Hi everybody, how's it going? This is Tao here. I know it's been a while since I made my last video. I think it's been about a year almost. It's been pretty crazy. So yeah, last summer I had to go through some changes in my life. So it took me some time to get situated, but after everything squared away, I just didn't have the time like I used to, to be able to come out making contents and whatnot, and also with YouTube, flagging everybody, and just it's kind of discouraging to just keep moving on. But I guess you still gotta stay active, stay in the game. So here we are. Just want to share some videos, some footage of what I had worked on and recently, and what I used it in some local matches here and there. Just want to talk about it and show you guys, and hope you guys like the content. All right, so this one here is a Arsenal 107R. I picked up locally, got a fair deal off of it. I took it to MK3 firearms and then do a little custom work on it. I had the barrel chopped down to 14.5 and do the pin and weld, and also put in a JMAC adjustable combo block, adjustable gas block. I believe that's your GBC-13 model. It has adjustable gas option on it, and pin and welded with a JMAC RD4C 4-chamber brake. That is also a key-mount, so I could run my chemo suppressors off of it. But this gun's been running great, man. After with the gas adjusted down, it's shooting. Doesn't even feel like I'm shooting a 7.62x39. It's so flat. I just got it tuned to where it could run good unsuppressed. I haven't had a time to dial it in to tune it for suppressor, but if I could just turn the D10 off the front and it'll make it work. So I'll do some more tweaking for it, but for the moment I'm just shooting unsuppressed, and this thing is phenomenal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And next up we have another Arsenal. It's a 107CR model. As you might know, this is the Bulgarian version of the AK-104 clone. I got really lucky finding this one. This is the model I always wanted it, but I never thought I would be able to get one because they're such a unicorns now, and how much they had gone up. But luckily I found them, around maybe right after Christmas, before New Year's, right around there. Found one locally. Pretty happy to be able to get one of these. So originally it came with a 16-inch barrel. I had SBR'd it and chopped the barrel down to 12.5 by M13 Industries. And just around the same time, I finally got my tech stand for the Data Wolverine suppressor. As you might see in the video where I have it already attached on it. I really gotta say that the 107CRs, their gas really, really nice, man. I mean, even with the suppressor, you're not getting a whole lot of overgas. It's still very controllable. You don't see the case flying out to like 15 yards. And the dot movement was very minimal. You're not getting a whole lot of gas in the face. Also, due to the fact that the Wolverine, it's one of the cans that doesn't push a lot of back pressure to you. So that just combines really well with this platform, with this such a good barrel length. And ballistically, you're not losing a whole lot off of the 12.5 compared to a full 16-inch barrel. So, in my opinion, the 12.5s are probably one of the best barrel length in this caliber for 7.62x39. But one thing I gotta say about the CR is that it will not cycle your subsonic rounds for 7.62x39 because it's gas really, really nice. So there's no room for such a low pressure round for subsonics. The subsonics are perfect if you have a overgas barrel or overgas gun because of the amount of power they have in it. But when you have a tuned gas gun like the CR, you're not able to use this as full advantage. So I usually get a lot of short strokes. I even put in a lower power spring from K&S Precision. They have a reduced power, so it's a lot looser. I tried that. I still get hiccups. I still get short strokes. out of every couple rounds. So at that point, I just say, you know what, screw it, I'm just leave it. It shoots pretty well with supersonic, so let's just leave it the way it is. It still sounds, it sounds okay. From the shooter's ears, it's not hearing safe, but people who are next to you are benefiting the most out of this. And if you Air Pro on, you can barely hear anything. And of course, to accommodate the little bit extra back pressure that you get from the suppressor, I put in the ALG extra power spring and a little rubber buffer at the end just to absorb some of the recoil. It dampened down a lot of that recoil that's coming back from the bolt, because you're still, even though the Wolverine is not a whole lot of back pressure, you're still adding just a little bit. You're gonna, as a shooter, you're gonna feel most of it coming to your shoulder. So add that in just to help out. So yeah, this is a great gun. I'll just keep the Wolverine on it as a dedicated host for the Wolverine for the CR with the CR, and we'll go from there. And as you can see, I also had the Sureshot Armament rail or chassis installed on this gun. I did not get the newer version. I think they have the MK Mark 3.0, Mark 2.1. I just happened to get the Mark 2.1 because it was a little more affordable to me, and I don't plan on using a magnifier behind my optics, so there's no really need for me to get the extra rail dust cover behind the back portion of it. So, but if I do want to get it, they offer the option to upgrade it, and you can pay for the upgrade parts. They'll send it to you. You can always do that. And believe it or not, this is really simple to put on. I would say maybe 10-15 minutes. They have a little short video on their website. They tell you how to install it, and you watched it. It's pretty straightforward. There's not a whole much trick to it. But I wish they were more specified about how much strength to torque down your bolts, because they didn't mention anything about it at all. And you kind of have to just, based on your common sense, man. But one thing though, those bolts will stop to a point. Like you tighten it down, they will stop. You can't go any further. If you do any further, you're probably going to end up destroying it. So you will feel it stops. So that's very positive. And of course, adding blue Loctite is a must. Just once you get some blue Loctite on there, you should be good to go. I have shot probably 200 rounds so far, and this is so solid. No wiggle at all. It's secure, locked in. Also, I've been getting my foot into the 5.45s. It's funny now, like everybody else is getting out, I'm just getting in. I'm just going the opposite direction. Well, I got kind of lucky with a couple friends who actually want to dump their 5.45s out because they're getting out. And, for relatively reasonable prices, they were letting me having those 7.6 and some commercial 5.45s. That got me established a pretty good start with, my stash. And in the meantime, there's some good, shooter rifles that I could pick up. So in this footage, you will see it. It's the me shooting the PSA 74. Yeah, nothing to write home about, but I think she was pretty fine. I got a good deal on it. It's a mix of goo, a really good shooter grade gun. If anything wrong with it, I can always, contact PSA and have them fix it for me, right? But recently, I came across some nicer builds of Bulgarian part kits with the original barrel. So I let this one go, and to replace it with the Bulgarian one. Speaking of 5.45s, for the time being, I also picked up another Galil Ace. Yeah, you heard it, another Galil Ace, another Gen 2 in 5.45 by 39. I got the 13-inch barrel version. So for the time I picked it up, it was after the announcement of the new ATF brace ruling. So the shop that I purchased it from had to be in compliance with the new rules by removing the bolting mechanism with the buffer tube extension part that used to be there with the brace on it. So now it didn't have all that part, so it just be a pistol, so they could still sell it and transfer as pistols. I think this is for right now in today's market. What would you pay for this price? This is the best package that you could ever get, because well, let's look at it. You have a chrome line barrel. Not only is it concentric, but also it's accurate. It has a record of being accurate and reliable, and you're getting a mill receiver. You know, all these whole thing was built in Israel, you know, be imported here. And for me, without a doubt, I know how good these Galilos are, because I already have my 7.6x39, the Gen 2. I had it for what, 2-3 years now. It's been more than reliable and fun to shoot. It's accurate. It's modern. It's ready to go. You're not go back to all the reasons why I picked up Galios like in my old videos, but you know it. Without a doubt, a great option for this caliber, even in 5.45. And best part is available, and they're still there, and then you can just buy it and not paying a freaking arm for it. So I got one, and it was in my budget. Of course, I had some plans to do with this, but with this new brace ruling, it kind of slowed things down quite a bit, because I don't have much options other than just shoot it the way it is now with nothing at the rear, or I have to SBR. Well, which I'm probably gonna do, and by doing it, I will have to pay the tax stamp and do my paperwork. But before I was gonna do that, I could put a little brace on it and just shoot it and have fun with it until I get my paperwork back and my tax stamp back and put it that stock. But now I can't. So yeah, thanks ATF. I just have to shoot it with nothing at the end, which is probably what not gonna do it. I'm just gonna wait until I get the paperwork done and just get it done all at once, you know. So but I was gonna take out the rear extensions anyways. I'll put in like a Picatinny adapter, which is I already have it done on my other Galil, and it's so much lighter, so much easier to fold, and it just looked nicer and cleaner. That was the plan. Of course, this will be my dedicated suppressor hose for this caliber, because I think the concentricity that we're talking about, this barrel, it's 1/2x28 threads. It's concentric from the factory, and there's more option that I could put on versus if I were to suppress some of the 74s that I picked up. So yeah, I have a lot of plans coming up, a lot of projects that I'm working on right now. Again, a lot of things are slowed down because of new ruling, because it involves the shorter barrels, the pistols, and so on. So I'll keep you guys updated for the stuff I'm all the projects coming up, and once I have anything completed I definitely make a video and share it with you guys. Stay active. As you guys might know me, I'm more active on Instagram, and I realized I definitely need to stay more active with YouTube. Even though it is more difficult to push out contents, I still have to keep doing it, be in the game. So I hope you guys like this video, and I hope to see you guys soon in the next one. Thank you. I'm out. Bye.